Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. Covering the Moscow, Idaho Bryan Kohberger case. Bryan Kohberger used to work here. Big Brown Fish and Pay Lakes. I am in Effort, PA. While Bryan Kohberger was in high school, he was a fish cutter. Cut fish. It is out there. And he used to work here. Not long though. He only worked for a few months. And his boss actually spoke out. I've made a video about his boss. Other media outlets have talked about Bryan Kohberger working here, but let me take you down, because you got to go down the hill here. You got to go down the hill here. It says here, entrance for Fish and Pay Lakes. And then down at the bottom of the hill, is where Kohberger worked. Go check it out. You know, some people say serial killers or murderers and stuff like that. In the past, they worked with guns. In Kohberger's particular case, I find it very strange that he's accused of, stabbing 4 college innocent students with a knife, and then he used to be a fish cutter. Right? He used to be a fish cutter. I'm gonna go in and see what's up. Okay, so Bryan Kohberger is a loser. He can't even keep a job. He just did trash here. And he didn't even get that far. Jason in there, an employee, very kind, said that Bryan Kohberger was not sociable, more or less. Didn't work well with others. Just basically, Kohberger, he's just antisocial, right? Oddball. The word oddball. Kohberger was an oddball. And that's pretty much what we kind of, by digging around, kind of have that assessment of him. And just a guy alone, just a weird dude, right? A weird dude. He's not successful. No idea how he was able to get through the criminology, but he wasn't even able to keep a job. And this is where he worked. Wasn't even able to keep a job. But let me show you something, one more thing before I sign off here. Because right over here next door is a pizza spot. And Kohberger also worked at this pizza spot here right next door. Right next door up here is a pizza spot. Used to be called New York Girl Pizza or something like that. But according to a former co-worker named Rich, Kohberger worked here. He worked here too, at this spot. He worked at this spot, right over here. Right over here he worked. It's now Benny's. So it's right next door to the fish cuttery. So Kohberger once worked as a pizza guy, New York pizza girl from 2012 to 2013, and then worked next door at the fish cuttery, you know? Both jobs just temporarily, not long term, because he wasn't able to ever hold a job completely. Worked at a security guard at the Pleasant Valley School District, wasn't able to keep that job. Then eventually out in Pullman, there's rumors he got fired before, you know, he left out of town to go back to Pennsylvania. So he just can't keep jobs. He never was able to sustain a job. That to me is ultimate like loser level. And I'm calling him out on that because, you know, most people I talk to just say he's a weirdo. I was trying to say something more nicely, but just a weirdo, like a weirdo dude. Anyway, I am in the Poconos. I am JLR Investigates. I am out here in Effort, PA, trying to get an understanding of who Kohberger is. Check out my Moscow, Idaho playlist. Big brown fish and pay-legs. I don't even think he was a fish cutter. He was just a trash boy. Just a trash boy. Kohberger was a trash boy. Justice for the victims and their families. Everyone be safe. God bless.